Alright, guys, this is Element Quattro, and we are playing a game called Scarlet. Now, this is just a choose your own adventure novel type game, but I had a lot of fun playing that babysitter game, and I think we should do this. The sun had set over the horizon several long hours ago, and a warm breeze blew through the tops of the trees that surrounded you. Normally, you wouldn't think about doing what you are about to do, but ever since you can remember, the mansion has always caught your attention. You're not entirely sure what it is about the mansion that interests you so much. The fact that it's so big, or that a giant gate surrounds the property, or the fact that you've heard strange stories about the mansion. Stories about people going in and never coming back out. You have no idea if any of those stories are true, but you really don't care at that point. All you want to do is check out the mansion for yourself, to finally go inside and see if it could possibly live up to your imagination. As you finally reach the mansion, you take the massive building in. The mansion is painted white, but in the darkness, it looks almost black. You can see all the windows are boarded up. The sidewalk that leads to the front door is cracked and nearly destroyed. In the darkness, the mansion almost looks like a giant head. We're going to go inside. You decide that you didn't go out for nothing. After taking a few deep breaths, you start to look for a way through the large fence that surrounds the mansion's entire estate. It doesn't take long. It doesn't take you long to see a large hole located near the front of the gate. You're not entirely sure how the hole got there, but you're grateful it's there. Going to your hands and knees, you begin to crawl through the hole in the fence. Once you reach the other side, you start to look around the mansion's grounds. You can't see anything unusual. This is it, you think, as you get to your feet and start running as fast as you can towards the mansion's entrance. Even though the mansion was abandoned, you don't want to take any chances getting caught breaking into the building. After climbing up the stairs leading to the mansion's front entrance, you reach into your pocket and retrieve a flashlight. After making sure the flashlight is working, you open the door and step inside. The mansion smells musty. After closing the door behind you, you begin to shine your light around the foyer. The foyer is massive. A large staircase is located directly in front of you, and there are several doorways leading to other parts of the mansion on the ground floor. The walls are covered in portraits of people and paintings of landscapes. You step up to one of these paintings and rub your fingers across its front. You're surprised to see that there's no dust on any of the paintings. You push that thought out of your head as you decide where to travel next. I think all the adventure's always upstairs. Let's go upstairs. You decide to head upstairs. As you climb the steps to the second floor, you can hear them creak beneath your feet. You stop the first time you hear this creak and glance around. Even though you know the mansion is abandoned and empty of life, you start to wonder if that's really true. These thoughts aren't enough to make you turn around, however. Turning your attention back to the stairs, you slowly make your way up the stairs. Once you reach the top landing, you turn. To your surprise, you see a large window located on the other side of the staircase. Standing on several chairs and tables that were pushed close to the window were dozens of dolls. All the dolls look finely made. Their glass eyes glitter in the darkness. Their clothing looks well made as well. Let's take a look at the dolls. Making your way over to the dolls, you decide to check each of them out. Even though you're not a huge fan of dolls, these catch your attention. The dolls look beautifully made. Each of their faces looks sad, and even though they're made of porcelain, they almost look like they're made of flesh. You poke one of the doll's cheeks using your index finger. After that, you feel the doll's dress. The cloth is soft and also free of dust. After you finish looking at the dolls, you hear a strange noise. Turning quickly, you notice a door is slowly swinging open. You hold your breath and duck down. You keep your eyes on the door, expecting someone to appear, but when they don't, you slowly stand. You decide that the wind must have opened the door, perhaps a draft somewhere in the house. After you take a deep breath, you decide to search the room that just revealed itself. Making your way over to the door, you peer into the room. To your surprise, you can see that several candles had been lit and were located all around the room. You furrow your brows. You don't remember seeing lit candles before. Still, it leaves you wondering who'd lit the candles. The room's fairly large, but mostly empty. Besides a few nightstands where the candles are sitting, you don't see much in the way of furniture. Located at the very back of the room, you see a large table, and standing on the table is a doll. The doll, like the others near the large window, was beautiful. It had long, curly blonde hair, bright blue eyes. It wore a beautiful dress with lily white socks and black shoes on its feet. You tilt your head slowly to the right. You didn't think about it before, but how was the doll standing by itself? "Hello," came a chirpy voice. "Who are you?" Your eyes go wide, and you back up several feet. You glance around the room, looking for the owner of the voice. "Hello, over here," the voice calls out. Your eyes finally land on the doll. To your horror, the doll was now moving. The doll was waving its left hand over its head and bouncing up and down on the balls of its feet. "Hi there," the doll said, giggling. "Who are you? Why are you in my home?" I think "You're a Talking Doll" is a little on the nose. I'm just going to go with "I'm just visiting." "Just visiting?" said the doll, giggling. "I don't remember inviting anyone over here today." You swallow hard. Even though the doll had a cutesy voice, there was something off-putting about it. Other than the fact the doll was talking and moving on its own. You could feel the doll's eyes looking you over, taking in your features. "I have a fun idea," the doll said, giggling. "Let's play a game." "What game?" "Oh, you want to play?" the doll said, giggling. The sound of her giggle caused a shiver to run down your spine. "Well, I want to play doctor, and Dr. Scarlet has some really bad news for you." You watch as Scarlet reaches behind her back and pulls out a large knife. A knife so long that Scarlet wields it like a sword. "That head of yours is going to have to go." Scarlet leaps off the table and starts running at you as fast as she can. Even though the doll has small legs, she's able to reach the middle of the room in the blink of an eye. You open your mouth to scream, but no words come out. Kick Scarlet in the head. You've seen enough horror movies to know that a small doll isn't much of a threat. Once Scarlet is close enough, you launch your foot at her head. Just as your foot is about to make contact with its target, Scarlet dodges out of the way, and the knife she's holding ends up inside your leg. Pain rips through your body. You scream out in pain and fall on the floor. "You idiot," Scarlet said, giggling. "I've been kicked in the head enough to know when to dodge." You grab your leg and watch as blood pours out of your pants. "Does that hurt?" Scarlet asks. She makes her way over to your leg. Once the doll's close enough, she kicks the knife, which sends a second wave of pain ripping through your body. Scarlet's laughter is mixed along with your screams. "Don't worry, sweetie. I'll make all that pain go away." Scarlet grabs the handle of the knife and pulls it out of your leg. More blood oozes from the wound. Your body reacts automatically and you reach for the wound, but just as your hands are about to close around it, you see Scarlet raise the knife over her head. You watch helplessly as Scarlet shoves the tip of her blade into your neck. You open your mouth to scream, but only a gurgling sound erupts from your mouth. Your vision begins to fade. You know you're dead. Congratulations, you're dead. But seriously, who else can brag about being killed by a cute little doll? Plenty. Trust me. Okay, we're going to go back and we're going to see what happens when we run. You push aside your fear and run out of the room as fast as you can. Just as you leave the room, You feel a sharp pain in your leg, but you ignore it. Running out of the room as fast as you can, you make your way to the staircase, but are shocked to see the other dolls that were close to the window start to move. The dolls giggle as they leap from the places they were standing moments before. You start climbing down the stairs as fast as you can. You can hear the sound of the doll's tiny footsteps behind you. Once you reach the bottom landing, you glance down at your leg. You can see a large gash in your thigh, but it's not enough to stop you from moving. Looking over your shoulder, you see a large cluster of dolls running down the stairs. Some of the dolls were now holding knives, while others were brandishing long pieces of wood. You're not sure if you can reach the front door. There might be a chance. Also, you're certain there's another way to escape the mansion. We completely failed fighting one of these things, so we're going to try and find another escape. Something tells you that you would never be able to reach the front door in time. Running away from the staircase, you start to head down one of the adjacent hallways. You pull open every door as you pass by, knowing that it was slowing you down, giving you the swarm of killer dolls a chance to catch up. You can hear their feet directly behind you. They giggle and call out to you. Where are you going? That's the wrong way. Do they know where they're going? You ignore the dolls and continue to pull open the doors. Finally, you pull open a door and reveal a staircase leading downwards into the basement. The basement is really the last place you want to go, but what choice do you have? You start climbing down the steps leading to the basement. Each step you take, the pain in your legs seems to get worse and worse. You reach the bottom landing of the steps. You notice the dolls are climbing down the steps as well, but considering how small they were taking a lot longer to get down. You continue further into the basement until you find yourself standing in front of a small window. Beyond the window is grass. Also located on your left is an old door. You're not sure where the door leads, but it might lead outside. I get the feeling the window's a red herring. Let's try the door. You decide to try out the door. Running over to it, you fling the door open. Instantly, you're struck by a horrible odor. The room beyond is completely dark, but that changes when the lights suddenly come on. To your horror, you can see the room is filled with dead bodies that are tossed all around the room. The bodies are horribly decomposed and blood is everywhere. Blood is on the floor, walls, and even the ceiling. Located in the middle of the room is an old wooden table with nothing on it. You try to back away from the room, but something hits you in the head. Everything goes dark shortly after that. 3 days have passed since you tried to escape through the door. When you finally come to, you see the dolls have bound you. Your hands are tied behind your back. Your feet were chained to a table. You wondered why the dolls were keeping you alive. They force-feed disgusting, stale food into your mouth and water down your throat. You choke every time they try to feed you. Scarlet has been missing as well, but she finally makes her grand appearance. You notice she's dragging something behind her, but your vision is starting to fade. You know you're about to die, despite the doll's efforts to keep you alive. I bet you're wondering why I've been keeping you alive, Scarlet said, giggling. Do you really think I hadn't noticed you looking up at my home? Me and the others have been watching you for months. I knew eventually you would come inside to play, Scarlet said. Her voice was filled with malice, but also seemed to enjoy your predicament. I bet you're also wondering, what do I have here? Scarlet gestures towards the thing she dragged into the room. Why, it's you. Your replacement. Scarlet swings the item towards you. To your shock, it's a doll. The features look incredibly like your own. I've just finished making your replacement. There's only one thing left to do. Scarlet pulls out a knife and shoves it into your throat. You try to scream, but it's pointless. Your vision starts to fade, and soon you see nothing but darkness. That darkness quickly fades, and now you find yourself standing. You look around the room you're standing in. You can see that you're surrounded by the other dolls. You have no idea how you got there, or who any of these dolls are. How are you feeling? Scarlet asks. You don't answer. Instead, you look down at your hands. They're made of porcelain. It's okay. I know you're feeling a little unsteady right now, but you'll eventually get used to your new body, Scarlet said, making her way over to you. The doll suddenly grabs your arm and pulls you closer. Your noses are now touching. Let me make something perfectly clear to you. My name is Scarlet, and I'm in charge. You piss me off, and I'll really make you suffer. Understand? You nod your head, still confused by what's going on. Good, Scarlet said, roughly shoving you away. The push is enough to make you fall down hard on your butt. Now follow the others to the window on the second floor. I'm ready to make a new friend. Congratulations, you are now part of the team. Work hard and try not to get on Scarlet's bad side. Try again. Let's see where the window takes us. You scramble over to the window and place your hands on it and push. At first, the window refused to budge, but suddenly it gave way and the entire thing moved. You grab the window's ledge and pull yourself through. You have no idea where this burst of strength came from, but you're grateful for it. You pull yourself through the window. Once you feel the grass on you, you start to roll away as fast as you can from the mansion. After a few rolls, you come to a stop and start breathing hard. Hey, came a voice. You turn your head and see Scarlet standing by the window. You have no idea how she got there. Congratulations, you escaped, Scarlet said, giggling. I bet you think you're safe, huh? You can't help but smile. Your smile fades when Scarlet holds up your driver's license. Oh, what's this? Scarlet said, laughing. I think you dropped this. Let's see. Scarlet looks down at the driver's license. This is a terrible picture of you. Is this address current? Well, we'll find out. You get to your feet and start running away as fast as you can. You manage to get out of the gate and head towards your car, which is parked far away from the mansion. Once you reach the vehicle, you climb inside and take a deep breath. You're free. You survive. But you have a bad feeling that you're about to get some unwanted guests. Congratulations, you've survived Scarlet's mansion. This is the best ending you could have gotten. Try again. I think we've got the best ending we could possibly get. So why try again? This is a free little browser game you can get on itch.io. And yeah, I liked the story. It was kind of cool. I'm glad we got that doll ending and we didn't just, go right out the window. That would have been kind of a bummer. But yeah, let's do this again sometime, shall we? And I'm sure there are a ton of other endings that I didn't get. So check this game out yourself. See you next time. Bye.